Unlike the others, CIA's MK Ultra wasn't just a story. Parts of it are documented. Files were destroyed, but enough remains to make it uncomfortable in a very real way. So the tone here isn't fantasy. It's something colder. There's a difference between a horror story and something that actually happened. This isn't about monsters. It's about control, and what happens when someone learns how to take a mind apart without leaving a mark. In the 1950s, during the Cold War, the CIA began a series of secret experiments. The goal wasn't torture, not exactly. It was something quieter, more precise. They wanted to know, can you control a human mind completely? Not persuade it, not influence it, control it. They didn't always use volunteers. Sometimes it was prisoners, sometimes patients, sometimes people who didn't even know they were part of an experiment. They were given substances, observed, left alone, watched. And sometimes they were told things that weren't true, over and over and over. A room, a chair, a voice. That's all it took. The same phrases repeated, for hours, for days, until something changed. At first, resistance, confusion, then acceptance. Because if you hear something long enough, it stops sounding wrong. Subjects began to forget simple things, names, places, who they were. One report described a person who could no longer recognize their own reflection. They would look into a mirror and wait, as if expecting someone else to move first. Imagine that moment, seeing yourself and not being sure it's you. The researchers weren't just observing anymore. They were testing, giving instructions. Simple at first. Raise your hand. Sit down. Speak. And the subjects followed. Not always immediately, but eventually. Like something inside them had been adjusted. The most disturbing part wasn't the results. It was how normal everything looked. No screaming, no chaos. Just people sitting quietly, doing exactly what they were told. Even when it didn't make sense. Because by then, they weren't questioning anything anymore. Years later, many records were destroyed, burned, removed. What remains are fragments, notes, observations, clinical language describing something deeply personal. A line appears in multiple accounts. Subject responds to instruction without hesitation. Without hesitation, the program ended, officially. But the question it asked didn't. If a mind can be broken down, rewritten, and rebuilt, then what exactly makes a thought yours? And if someone repeated the right words long enough, would you even notice when they stopped being yours?
And if this story made you feel something, even for a second, then you already know you're going to think about it tonight. So before you leave, take a moment, like the video, so more people can find it. Share it with someone who loves horror, and subscribe, so you don't miss the next story. Because the next one might be even closer to home.